I'm James Walker, and this is Real Talk, Real People. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us again this week. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. You know, Christmas is the time when families normally get together, open up gifts, exchange gifts, and all of that good stuff. But I'm not able to be with my family this Christmas. Some of the reasons are we're too scattered. We're all around the United States. COVID is still running rampant. So we decided that the best thing for us and our family was to get together virtually and share some of our favorite Christmas memories, whether those were good memories or bad memories, as a family that was really under the gun when we were young. We spent time in foster homes and so forth. So it's kind of impossible to look back and not bring in a little bit of that along with those Christmas memories. But at any rate, that's what this show is all about. Reviewing Christmas, going back, looking at Christmases when you were young, what excited you about it, and what didn't excite you about it, and what you learned about Santa Claus. We hope you enjoy it.
I don't have a particular one. I just remember some things, you know. Um, just basically getting up and sneaking out to the living room and seeing the Christmas, how mommy decorated out there and all the gifts and everything under the tree. I remember her leaving milk and cookies. I remember my Chatty Cathy doll.
The ugly Chatty Cathy doll.
Yeah.
That doll was ugly.
Damn.
Yeah.
I remember the doll, but I don't remember what it looked like.
They just disrespected your whole
What did it look
best
like,
friend.
Jackie?
Well, the white doll. I mean, it was an African American doll. I believe she was white doll. And she had buck teeth or something.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and I used to pull the string in back of the doll.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that.
I thought she used to say something.
What did she say?
I don't know what she used to say,
She
but
used
she
to
used
say,
to say something.
"My name is Chatty Cathy. What's your name?" And she would
It's
say,
Chatty Cathy.
That's
I
she
creepy
forgot. I
had-
as hell.
can't remember.
she had
But
brown hair, real tight, like curls, almost like they weren't curls, but like.
James, she's supposed to be telling it.
I'm
They were
sorry.
they were like drop curls. They were like drop curls, and I just remember that. I don't remember, other things specifically. I just, remember always seeing that up how mommy used to always make sure that we had, some gifts to the tree. And I remember a few times we didn't have anything. You guys remember that?
Oh, believe it.
Yep, that's part of my story.
I remember one time James dropped the bomb on me and told me that there was no Santa Claus, that mommy and dad was Santa Claus. I'll never forget. He looked, he said, "You really are you stupid?" I said,
Oh no, I don't remember.
"Jackie."
Oh boy, what a meanie.
Damn, James.
I don't remember that.
Bad
You're
boy.
a
What a
meanie.
meanie.
Mr. Grinch.
Jackie is scarred. Jackie is scarred from that.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Shame
devastated,
on
to be
you.
honest with you. My heart dropped.
Oh,
You broke her heart. Damn, James.
she is scarred to this day.
Just a meanie.
Secretly throughout the years.
Somebody needs
It
to
did
play the
devastate me a
Grinch
little
song
bit.
for him.
All right.
Cut it out. She was
That
8
is
or
funny.
9. She was 8 or 9
So
years old.
what? So what? Listen, you guys had a miserable, shitty childhood. Let her hold on to Santa Claus for a little while. Damn.
She said, "You gonna take my Santa too?"
Damn.
I think Christmas means more to you guys, because of family and you got kids and so forth or partners. But for me, it's once I was out of that, gift giving thing with the kids. You know, because and remember when we stopped buying gifts?
Yeah, I
Remember,
remember.
because they got to be too many kids. There got to be all these damn kids. And he said, "Okay, I just can't. You can't buy for all. You can't buy for all these." So
And you know what? That's so weird because every year it was so crazy. Every year, you know, Christmas, because I was one of those people that I would pick things up throughout the course of the year. Oh, I know so-and-so likes this, so let me grab that. Or let me grab a bangle or a watch or a cute pair of socks or, you know, so I was always picking up little things throughout the course of the year. So Paula's kids got gifts. All of Tasha's kids got gifts. My kids got gifts. Grandkids got gifts.
I didn't get gifts. Did you get gifts, Alan?
No,
I said I said all of Paula's kids got gifts. Are you Paula's kid? All of Tasha's kids got gifts. So my sisters that had young children, they all always got gifts.
I didn't get
because
gifts.
I was always picking stuff up. I was always buying stuff and I always had shit in the closet. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Wrap it up. Books. Everybody got a book from me every year.
Not everybody.
Well, not my brothers.
All right, you done traumatized James now.
Have I traumatized James now?
Yeah. How dare you? Everybody got gifts for me.
Well, I haven't gotten a gift. I haven't gotten a birthday gift. And I got kids and grandkids. I haven't gotten a birthday gift, a Christmas gift, a Mother's Day gift in years.
Really?
A Mother's Day gift?
Good kids
Oh, I
should
have
be-
to tell, but I'm gonna have to tell Bourbon about that. That's unacceptable.
Not in years. I send them out. I send cards and stuff out, but no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't
You know,
imagine. I don't know. Is there a difference? Is that different these days? That
I don't
It must
know.
be.
you
I
don't
don't-
celebrate?
It's a
I
thing.
can't imagine
I don't
my
know.
birthday going past and not.
Yeah.
I can't imagine not giving her a gift. I can't imagine not
Mother's
not
Day,
giving my
birthday, and
daughters
Christmas.
gifts
I
for
can't
Mother's
imagine.
Day. Yeah.
Just can't
Well,
imagine.
I still give. For most, both of my girls, their birthdays just passed. They both got something.
Yeah.
Robin gets me something for Mother's Day. Reese sometimes, but yeah.
They'll call me or text me. Happy Mother's Day.
Excuse me, my coffee's.
Really?
You should text
Yeah.
them back. Where's the chocolates? Where's the flowers?
I was like Alan. I was always wondering about like how Santa Claus went around the world in one night. And, we didn't have a chimney. So I always wondered about that kind of thing. And so I remember one day we walked out and I knew instantly that there wasn't the same amount as there usually was. And I think Ma and Daddy were watching me because they knew that I picked up on everything. And so Daddy said, well, we don't have a lot. We don't have as much this year because Santa Claus couldn't bring as much. And so I said, well, why not? And he said, well, we have to pay for all these. We have to pay Santa for all these things. And right then, it was that was it for me, because I remember how we used to tell Santa Claus that we wanted stuff because we sit in front of the television. If something came on that we want, we say, I want that Santa Claus. Remember that? We'd say, I want that Santa Claus. And then after that, I didn't want to do that anymore because I felt responsible because I knew that if they had to pay for it, then it just kind of took the magic out for me. And that was it for me. It was like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
Well, see, for me,
Y'all
it was
some
really,
traumatized people.
for me, it really came down
Damn.
to, I didn't see how Santa Claus could deliver the toys. And even if
Right.
he could, he still had to come by reindeer. And we lived on the 11th floor. So
Right.
we could see the sky, and from my house, we could see. Remember? We used to stand at the window.
You can see
wait a
we
minute.
Yeah.
had a view. We had a view in New York. We could see.
Yeah.
New York skyline from
Out the
Jersey.
kitchen. That was out the kitchen window though. And basically that was it. That was basically it for me. After that, I always felt a really strong sense of responsibility not to ask for anything because I knew that they had to pay for it. So,
Wow. Damn. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, that's
hey, let me tell you, that was the least was the least worst thing that happened. Let me tell you.
Well, on
What about
that
you,
note,
Alan?
because it's the same kind of my memory, or when I think of Christmas, is when our first Christmas back on Brenner Street, my mom had got her first apartment when we were
Yep.
still in foster homes, and she brought us home. That was our first Christmas since we had been in the foster home, and I knew she had no money. But she made sure that we all had something under the tree. And for me, she brought me a G.I. Joe monster.
G.I. Joe what?
A G.I. Joe Army action figure.
Damn.
Oh.
G.I. Joe
It
grip.
was one G.I. Joe figure,
Thank you, baby.
and I'll never forget it. And I knew her better in that moment than I was closer to her in that moment because I knew, and she knew I knew that she had no money. And she knew I knew that I had no interest in Army soldiers. But I knew, and she knew I knew that this was her way of being able to say, I just want to make sure you had something for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Alan, I have to tell you, I don't even remember that Christmas.
Good story.
I
I
remember
don't
that.
even remember that Christmas.
Oh, Tom, that's why I love you
And I
because you're
remember-
just such a sweetheart.
Was
just love him
was
so
Michelle
much.
and Jackie there?
No, Michelle and Jackie weren't there that Christmas.
Yeah.
They were trying.
We did come there.
We were still enslaved.
She was trying to get them at that point. She was trying to. This was the first year she found us.
Yeah.
And so she was trying to get to Michelle and Jackie at that point.
Yeah, we were still enslaved, still varnishing floors.
Right, we finally ran away.
It's a hard knocks life.
Oh my God.
They were like the Blessed Sisters of
We
Misery.
got there. We got
The
there.
Blessed Sisters of Misery.
Yes.
The Blessed Sisters of Misery.
You've never seen them?
No.
Monty Python's and the
The
Blessed
Monty
Sisters
Python.
of Misery.
I'll have to look that up.
When all they do is clean the castle. Every time you saw it, they were cleaning. They were the Blessed Sisters.
I gotta look that up.
I think it's
Oh my
from.
God.
I think
Not
it's
the
from
Blessed Sisters of Misery.
the Blessed Sisters
That's like
of
treating
Misery.
us like crap.
They did. They treated
We
you
were
girls like. Oh.
Oh,
She
God.
treated us nice. She
Oh.
didn't treat us nice at all. She didn't treat us nice. They didn't give us much of anything. They kept
Didn't
the
give us a
money.
lot of food.
Well,
We
I
didn't
was
have no
terrible.
clothes.
I'm so glad we got you out of that. You'd have been human trafficked
And
away.
Jackie is so amazing.
left
Jackie actually had an
on our own.
opportunity to go back as a social worker
And correct those types
and
of things.
see her.
Oh.
And all she did was she just told her who she was. And that woman stood there and cried because she realized probably that she wasn't very nice to her,
Wow.
They
Wow.
were shocked as hell. They was like, "Who are you?" I said, "Do you remember me?" I pulled up in that state car.
Turn them out, Jackie. She turned them out.
That's a good memory, actually.
Yeah.
Let me go by here and see these folks since I'm on this block. And they were sitting out on the porch, both of them, Mr. and Mrs. Greer. And I walked right up the stairs. And I said, "How you doing?" I said, "Do you remember me?" And they said, "Oh, no, I don't." I said, "Do you remember Michelle and Jackie?"
You remember who did your floors?
Do you remember how
You should
you
have pulled up
barely
your
fed
skirt
me?
and showed your knees. Do you remember?
You remember these?
You remember me now, bitch? No, I didn't do that.
Right.
No.
Jackie on the floor.
I'm revoking your license.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I didn't say anything out the way, but I just That's all I needed to do. I just
Yeah.
wanted to say what I needed to say, and I wish them well, and I left. Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
I have two quick Christmas stories.
Okay.
One is kind of sad and the other one's kind of happy. So let me do the sad one first.
We only have 9 minutes. so
Right,
take
it's quick, it's quick. So I was about 10 years old, and before Christmas, we had a church up the block, Holy Name Church, and they had a church sale like 2 months before Christmas in like October. And it was all the used gifts, like used appliances that people brought to the church. And you can line up. It was called the Pink Elephant Sale. So you line up, and the first come, first served, you could pay like 25 cents. You could buy different appliances, right? So I lined up with a bunch of kids. There was like 200 kids lined up for the Pink Elephant Sale. I remember being squeezed, and it was like this, waiting online because you wanted to get up front. And each gift cost like 25 cents, and I had like $2 with me. So I said, okay, I'm going to buy all my Christmas gifts at the Pink Elephant Sale, right? So I got there at 4:00. They opened the doors at 6 p.m. I was crushed. I could barely breathe because all the kids are pushing behind me, right? So the doors fly open at 6 o'clock. I run in, and I found gifts for all my family, but this perfect gift for my mother. And I just love my mother like crazy. And she's going to be so excited about this gift, right? So I bring it home, wrap it up. Like 2 months go by, and every day I'm looking at it in my closet saying, oh, my mom's just love this gift. I can't wait to give it to her. Like this big expensive gift that only cost me 25 cents, right? So there it is, Christmas morning. I run to the closet, bring it out because I had wrapped it in wrapping paper, right? So I bring it over to my mom. I said, here, mommy, Merry Christmas. And she opens it up. And what is it? It's a waffle iron. So my mother looks at it and she says, well, thank you, Thomas Gerard. Do you expect me to cook waffles for you every morning now? I said, no, no.
Yes.
Oh,
It was this beautiful gift, and I was just devastated because my mother was not happy with the gift.
oh.
I gave her work
Aw.
to do. You don't give a mother an appliance.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
Tomorrow morning she's gonna be making you waffles.
Oh
right?
yeah, that's what I was hoping, but no, she never used it. Actually, she never even used it. But so that's the disappointing story. But the happy story is I was 15 years old, 1976, and every Christmas I would give my parents a list of albums that I wanted for Christmas. So this was December 1976, and I'll never forget. There's 3 albums I got for Christmas, and I loved them all. The first one, listen to these albums. The first one was Boston. Remember the first Boston album?
Damn.
More than a feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the one.
Yep.
Huge song. I just love that album. And then the second album was Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh no.
That had some terrific songs on it. Remember? It's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to lose. Remember that song?
Yes, I do.
Right? And then the best album of all, this is Christmas, 1976, right? The best album of all. The year before, Queen had released Bohemian Rhapsody, right? So this was their new album since Bohemian Rhapsody. Like they can't possibly outdo themselves. And what do they have? Can anybody come on?
No, sir.
Find me somebody to.
Oh, yeah, I remember that song.
Yes. Good gifts.
Yeah.
I always believed in Santa Claus because Santa Claus was magic and he could come through cracks, windows, chimneys, roofs. So that was never a concern to me. I just knew that Santa Claus was coming. I think one of my most memorable Christmases was the Christmas after Daddy died. The
I
Christmas,
don't even remember that.
it snowed so much that winter. I remember it being so cold and it snowing so much. Mommy actually put on one of Daddy's suits under his coat to go outside and play with us.
Huh.
Me, Paula, and Tasha. And I can remember we were on Ogden Street, and I remember the moonlight shining through these trees, and the trees had ice and snow
Mm.
everywhere. It was magical. And I remember her outside having a snowball fight with us. We had, because we didn't have any mittens, our mittens had gotten wet. So she put socks on our hands.
Yeah.
And we went outside late. It was late. And we were outside having a snowball fight. I remember her because Daddy was so much bigger than her. And she had put on her clothes and then she put his suit on, stuffed his suit pants down in her socks. And we went outside and we had a snowball fight. That was the year that
I have
Daddy
no
died.
memory of that.
I don't have any memory of that.
I don't have any
That
memory
was
of that
also
either. Wow.
the year that I got my Dancerella doll. She was a ballerina.
Ancerella?
Dancerella.
She was a
Remember
ballerina
that.
doll, and she had a tiara on her head. And when you pushed the tiara down, she did pirouettes.
Don't even remember that.
And I wanted that doll so bad.
It used to light up. Mhm.
She used to light up. Yes, Jackie. And I
remember
remember
that.
because that living room had pocket doors.
Right.
And I
Right.
remember her opening those pocket doors and that Christmas tree sitting there in that living room. And I was like, yes. So
I
what
don't
I
remember that.
learned later was that I learned from Mommy later that Daddy had shopped for our gifts prior to him dying, that he had shopped for these gifts.
I don't remember that.
Kept these gifts hidden, yeah.
Really?
I
I
don't
have
remember
no
that.
memory of that either.
No, I don't remember
No
that.
memory of that.
Paula got
I
a
remember
Mrs.
y'all pushing mommy
Beasley
into the
doll.
snowbank.
Paula got a Mrs. Beasley doll.
Beasley.
I remember that doll.
I got an
Family
Easter
affair.
Had glasses.
oven. And I
I
got
remember
my
that.
Dancerella doll. Yes.
Isn't
I don't
that
remember
That was the most, probably one of the most vivid Christmases that I
I don't remember
remember.
that at all.
And then,
Well, we got like,
so
you have
what's
more.
yours, James? That's my most vivid. That was the
Well,
most
Oh.
magical.
We don't really have time for mine, but I'll just wrap it up real quick and say that other than when I was a kid in the projects which I wrote about, my other
Don't say the
Christmas
name of your book.
the other Christmas memory that is big to me was our last Christmas with Mom. If you remember,
At
we were at
Allen and
Allen's house.
Tom's. She was so impressed with your house. She was so excited. We drove up there in that raggedy ass minivan and she could not wait. But she did say, he kind of far out here.
I
And,
can hear her
and
saying that.
Snowed. It had snowed. And we were on 84 coming in. And Ben was driving. And Mommy, I said, Mommy, you okay? She said, I'm fine. Ben's driving. I was like, he done got more accidents than Carter got liver pills. We talk about you fine, he driving. But we were packed in that van coming up there. But she was so excited. When we pulled in that driveway, she was like, oh my.
Well, that was was that your first house?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so Alan was the first person to own a house in our family.
Oh my God. She was just like blown away.
No, she owned her. Mom was the first person to own her house. She owned her.
Well,
house.
Oh,
her
that's
kids.
right. My own house. That's right.
She's talking
New
about
Street.
her
That's right.
kids.
Talking about
Her
kids,
kids.
though.
Before that, Sanford Street.
Yeah, but we're talking about
Yeah.
kids.
Talk about her
But
kids.
your house was modern. It was glass. It was like
Right.
something you saw in a magazine.
In a
I don't think she was
magazine. So
expecting
she
that.
was like,
She wasn't expecting that, So
yeah. Yeah.
I think she was very I think she was very happy that Christmas, regardless to the sickness and all that, because she had
She
just gotten
was.
out of the hospital. But I could tell that she was very happy. She was very,
She was content.
Yeah, she
Well,
was
but
very,
Mommy,
very
that
content.
was her thing. She was always most content when she was around her kids. It
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
that was her
Yeah, that's
thing.
true.
Yeah.
She was at her, I don't want to say at her best, but that's really what she loved. She loved being around her kids.
And
Yeah,
most of
that
us
was
were
her-
there.
Do you
Most
think
of us were
that
there
that's-
that year. And there you have it. I'm sure that there are many, many mothers and dads too, for that reason, who love that Christmas time of the year where a lot of memories are made, and that those memories just stay with you forever. That's our show this week, folks. Merry Christmas, and we'll look forward to talking to you again next week.